Good evening, praise the Lord. The topic for today is facing giants with God's strength. That means winning battles that prove God's power through you. Romans chapter 8, verse 37. Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. Pastor Chris says, an athlete signs up for a marathon. On the day of the race, people laugh at him because he looks too small, too unprepared, or not built like others, even tell him that he should quit before he embarrasses himself. Instead of arguing, he remembers all the early mornings he trained, all the hills he ran, and the strength he built along the way. With that quiet confidence, he runs, and to everyone's surprise, he crosses the finish line first. His victory answers every insult without a single word spoken. This brings us to a similar story in 1 Samuel chapter 17. The Philistine had gathered a formidable army, and their champion Goliath stood defiantly, challenging the Israelites to send out the warrior to face him in single combat. For 40 days, Goliath taunted and mocked the Israelite soldiers. The Israelite army found themselves petrified with dread at the thought of confronting Goliath. But in midst of dire situation, a young David, stripling not qualified to be in the army, arrived at the front lines and heard Goliath's taunt echoing in the valley. Incensed by the giant's defiance against Israel and its God, David began to inquire about the situation and what would be done for the man who killed the Philistines' champion. However, David's inquiries were met with skepticism by his older brother Eliab, who questioned his motives. Why did you come here? Eliab demanded, his words stripped with contempt, suggesting that David was merely a shepherd and knave, thinking he could challenge Goliath. And deterred by Eliab's reproach, David continued to make inquiries until he was brought before King Saul. There he confidently recounted his experiences as a shepherd. I've been a shepherd tending sheep for my father. Whenever a lion or a bear came and took a lamb from the flock, I did go after it, knocked it down, and rescued the lamb. If it turned to me, I grabbed it by its throat, wringing its neck, and killed a lion or a bear made no difference. I killed it. And I'll do the same with the Philistine pig who's taunting the troops of God alive. David did not argue with Eliab or try to prove himself. Instead, he calmly shared his testimony of God's faithfulness. By doing so, he shifted his focus from his brother's cynicism to God's power working through him. Of course, David defeated Goliath's decapitated him and walked through the streets holding the giant's head. And always remember David's example: when doubters and detractors try to talk you down, stay focused